when you look at Barack Obama's chart and what was happening for him around the time of the election and the inauguration, I mean, he has a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, and he was having his Jupiter return.
Yes.
Now, the thing is that everyone deals with their Jupiter differently, right? There's, I think 80% of people, when they have a Jupiter transit, a positive Jupiter transit or Jupiter return, it's a great time. They're happy, good things come. And then there are people like me where Jupiter return is not necessarily a great time. It tends to be more a time of losses. You know, it's the Piscean understanding of Jupiter.
Well, you know, Jupiter...
But it's good losses as well. Like, it's very quickly, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. But yes, it can be losses. To me, when I look at Mitt Romney's chart, I think his is a chart of the kind of losses, right? But when I look at Obama's chart with Jupiter, it's stuff that's coming. With Obama's chart, when the healthcare ruling came down, Jupiter was conjunct his moon. And I remember all these people were saying, oh, it's going to be horrible and they're going to reject it. And I thought, I don't think so. No.
But he's had Neptune squaring his moon, and it'll be back. I wonder how his health is doing. You know, his health.
And I think also that this whole idea of how he was seen as a messiah, right? That was around the election, and that year it was Neptune conjunct his ascendant.
Right.
And now, because it's, squaring his moon, I think people are seeing that, oh my God, this is a human being. And he's having his Chiron return, is he not?
I guess he's just that age, yeah.
Yeah. How do you understand a Chiron return? What do you think Obama's going through with this?
Well, these guys who are, approaching or just at the age of 50, their Chiron return involves Neptune. A Neptune conjunct Chiron could be that you're called upon to deal with situations in the world that require a tremendous amount of compassion and that are deeply unresolvable. Or, it could just be that you're working so hard, you're falling. In other words, no matter how hard you work, it'll never be enough, kind of thing. I think the moon square Neptune is problematic for him personally and his health. And I mean, so he has the moon square Neptune, and the moon rules his house of health, and Romney has Saturn square Venus, and Venus rules his house of health. So I guess running for president is bad for your health, at least nowadays.
I don't know how people do it. It's
I don't know why people do it.
You know why?
I don't know why. I don't know why anyone would want to be president. I can sort of understand why Obama wanted to be president.
Why do you think he wanted to be president?
Well, he's a Leo, which is the king, so he should be king. He's an Aquarius rising, so he has this view of himself as humanitarian. I think, just the fact that he was drawn to politics in the first place, why not want to be president? So I don't think he's above wanting it for power, but I think he's also an idealist. I think he wanted to be the first black president and that kind of thing. I think that was very important to him. I don't think Romney wants to be president for those reasons, although he does have Aquarius on the midheaven. Maybe he is an idealist. He's more like an ideologue, though, than an idealist. He's more like somebody with a fixed set of beliefs that he assumes are right and good.
And you never know that from the way he campaigns, because it just seems like he's so fluid.
I think he's a staunch Republican, whatever that means. Like, he's an ideologue. He's not an idealist. He's someone who has an idea that puts him in a club, and then he sticks to that.
And you were saying, why would anybody want that? I think that people want to be remembered. And ultimately, it's this desire to be loved. We can say it like that. With Obama, it feels very much like he wants to be loved.
Yeah, the Leo, you really feel that.
But with Romney, it feels like he wants the power.
I think he wants power. I have this theory about Pisces that, I don't know, there's two kinds of Pisces. And one of them, they worship at the wrong altar. They worship the wrong God. And they get really caught up in the material things and money and power and stuff like that. And it's really hard on their souls.